Welcome back to my Goose Views. All right, y'all. So Drake reacted, well, hit up Maul about Jay-Z's freestyle at the Roots Picnic this past weekend. Anyway, before we get into the video, we just passed 1,000 subscribers from road to 2,000. After that, we're going 10,000, 100,000. We're going to be in a million. We're going to claim it. It will happen. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Definitely hit the like button at the bottom, man. We're going to make these dreams come true, y'all. All right, man. Anyway, Jay-Z's Roots freestyle picnic, man. Absolutely love it. I listen to it I don't know how many times now. There's actually somebody online on Instagram who actually added a beat to it. It is absolutely dope, man. It's really, really good. I I liked it a whole lot. Even with the beat, it just made me want more J music, and that's something I'm going to touch on later on at the end of the video. So definitely stick around. But of course, Jay-Z in the freestyle is going at certain people. Tory Lane's got it. Pause. Dame Dash, of course, and Dame Dash is already on the Art of Dialogue. Again, salute to them. One of my favorite YouTube channels. Very good YouTube channel, Art Dialogue. And of course, Dame Dash is already speaking on that. Nicki Minaj, she definitely got some bars. Drake, you know what I mean? Kanye, you know, rightfully so, because Kanye was tripping saying the things he was saying about Jay's children and stuff. But yeah, man, absolutely dope, man. It was a masterclass and level, you know, of elite lyricism, you know, and I love the fact that he did it a cappella, you know, no beat, like it made you garner what he had to say and what he, you know, listen to him. So absolutely dope, man. I liked it a whole lot. Now, as far as, like I said, Dame Dash has already responded to it, but Maul from the Roaring Maul podcast, you know, like I said, I'm not real big fans of them, but, you know, they are hip hop media, and of course they do have close ties to, you know, certain people, especially Maul. Biggs is his brother, so that's part of Rockefeller, but at the same time, he's close and cool with Drake. So, you know, with that being said, he said that he is picking Drake over Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, in this, so he's going against his family, which that's wild to me, bro. I couldn't do nothing like that, you know. But again, people are different, man. That's way different for me. But anyway, getting right into this, he said that Drake has responded to the freestyle. You know, pretty much Maul said that he was unaware of it because he was watching, you know, Game 7 between OKC and the Spurs. The Spurs won. I'm rooting for the Knicks to win, man. I don't know, man. Spurs is a tough team. Different story for a different day. But anyway, man, getting right into it. This is Wall's words. He says, the funny ish about all this is Drake is the one that told me about the freestyle because I was watching the Spurs game. He said I wasn't online. Let's pause right there. We're gonna pause right there for a second. Maul said he wasn't online. This is something that other, you know, people in the media and other, you know, close to, I guess, you know, teams pretty much. I'm stumbling over my words. My bad, y'all. I'm tired. I work night shifts, so bear with me. But anyway, a lot of people say that Drake is always online. And that's something I do believe, because I know that at one point he had a burner account. He was following certain people, even Kendrick Lamar, like during the battle and stuff like that. So I believe Drake is one of those guys who actually stays online. I mean, there's probably other people around him, you know what I mean, that, hey, this is going on, this is that. But I think Drake actually does stay online. Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, you know, a lot. Who knows how many accounts he actually has. Anyway, going on 7. He says Game 7 was on. The Knicks was waiting. I'm trying to see who the Knicks is going to get, so I'm not even paying attention to my phone, nothing. So I think halftime or something. So I took out my phone and I see text from Drake. All right, this is all Maul's words. He goes on to say, he says, I don't know what's happening. So everything that we're talking about, I don't even know what was said. Maul said in the subsequent back and forth for the text message with Drake. So he was picking out certain things that he said. But the one thing that Drake said, now listen to this. This is Maul words. The one thing that Drake said was like, yo, but what's up with the hair? Now, mind you, I haven't seen the picture. We're going to pause right there. So if anybody knows, Jay-Z has been having, I think they're called wick locks. You know what I'm saying? I'm bald, man, so I can't even say. I just got the cap on. But I think they're called wicks. Now, from what I heard that other people like who have dreads, and I even talked to, they said, yeah, you can comb dreads out, you know, and Jay-Z has been rocking his dreads for a long time. Jay-Z also has a lot of money and stuff like that. So I believe him taking care of his hair and stuff like that's something that he can definitely afford. You know what I mean? And I think they said Beyonce has like a part of the company or whatever that's actually, and the lady who took it out, his hair said it was like a 6-day process to do that. But you know, he had the Bone Thugs and Harmony out there. Shouts to Hitta J. Hitta J also said that it was kind of like a tribute to Easy E with the black on and the glasses and hair. I said, yeah, I see Easy E. I see Bone Thugs. I see Snoop. So, you know, man, like that's that 90s look, man. You know, I'm a big fan of that, even though I'm bald. I rock the beard, though. But anyway, man, going on, Drake's first thing that came up was, yo, what's up with the hair? Now, here's something else that people have allegedly speculated was that Drake wears man units. You know, he has man wigs. You know, there's other people that said that like last year or pretty much when he cut off his dreads or whatever. And then he cut off his braids and like a few weeks later, he has full blown braids again after he had like a Caesar and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's rumors out there that, yo, this man, he even has wigs. So to sit here and talk about another man's hair when allegedly you wear wigs, yeah, that's kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? That's like a girl with a BBL talking down about a girl who's natural. You know what I mean? Hey, that's just me. That's just me. Anyway, let's keep it going. At this point, Rory chimed in to joke that they're gonna kill Drake for that. Before Maul continued, no, but what's up with the hair? Question mark is what everybody is saying. Maul said like everybody was shocked. We've never seen Jay with the fro. Now, here's one thing I can say about this. And then Complex says Jay-Z sneak disses are on another level. You ain't lying. But let's talk about this though. Now, one point did he talk about the bars that was in here? You know what I'm saying? Just from this article alone, like I said, I don't watch Rory and Maul, but at the same time, just from this, it was more so focused on the hair. I've seen other, people, I guess, in the hip hop media talk about, his hair and everything like that. And I'm like, yo, but what about the bars? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about his look and everything like that. And I thought the look was dope. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me personally, especially when, Hit a J3 talked about, Easy E. And of course, I thought Bone Thugs immediately and Snoop Dogg. So I'm a fan of the look. And of course, with State Property coming out, I thought it was a dope show. It's actually on YouTube, man. Really like has like somebody like recorded the whole show and they had really nice, view and everything. So really good show, man. Very good show. But I see everybody just kind of talking about his hair. And I'm like, what about the bars, man? Like, what about the actual freestyle? There are people out here saying mid. Now, to me, man, if you're calling this mid, I don't know what to tell you now. This is a elite level lyricism, like the triple entendres and everything that's inside of this freestyle that he did. Absolutely dope. So, but then again, yes, to be fair, music is what's the word I'm looking for? Everybody has a different opinion. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just say that. But as far as this goes, with Drake just focusing on his hair, and then Maul talking about his hair, it's like, well, he ain't addressing what was said. You know what I mean? But anyway, further on that, kind of, rolling into something else, they said Mark Lamont Hill from the Joe Budden podcast, he said that he heard, from somebody close that Jay-Z is working on a new album, right? So now this article's come from hotnewhiphop.com. It says Mark Lamont Hill confirms a new Jay-Z album is on the way, right? It says Mark Lamont Hill has been a major addition to the Joe Budden podcast. Over the past year, the political commentator is well connected to the music world, also seems to have a scoop on big stories, right? Going on since this past week, Joe Budden podcast discussed Jay-Z's appearance on the Roots Picnic. Mark Lamont Hill was on the panel discussion, and as you can imagine, he has some thoughts about the now infamous freestyle. In fact, Budden himself is not a fan of the freestyle. Instead, he felt like it was a mistake given how long it's been since Jay dropped music. Now, I'm going to pause right there. Now, again, Joe Budden is entitled to his opinion. He can have his opinion, but here's one thing I don't like, and I'm going to say I don't like. I don't like the fact that anybody can just say whatever they want about you, and it's just, you just got to take it as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kanye went at his family. Nicki Minaj has been going at him. Everybody's been saying these things about this man, and he hasn't said anything at all. But when he does come out and say something to defend himself, now it's an issue. I don't like that. I can't say what I want to say, but I don't like that. I don't like that mentality. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna punch me and just get away with it. You know what I'm saying? When I address you, I address you. But nah, I'm not gonna let you do that to me. But anyway, my bad, y'all. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Says, having said that, Mark Lamont Hill took the conversation in a different direction. As he explains, there are sources who have told him that the album is indeed coming. Parks and Budden seem to believe the hairstyle change is a dead giveaway. Of course, everybody says that, I mean, when you're working on the album, your hair is growing out and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's something that's always been out there. All right, so pretty much, we're going to pause it on that. It talks about 444 and everything. But yeah, man, it's been 2017 since Jay dropped a solo project, and his last solo project, 444, was absolutely dope. I'm going to do a separate video on a Drake and a Jay-Z battle and how that would go, especially with this generation, everything like that. Because, there are a lot of people talking about, well, Drake will win and Jay-Z. I don't know how. Anyway, I'm going to say that for my video. But again, man, like I said, I'm a big fan of the freestyle. Drake did respond, or he reacted to, because the first thing that came out of his mouth was, yo, what's up with the hair though? I don't know. But again, like I said, allegedly he wears man unison wigs. So again, like I said, I liken that to a girl talking about a girl with a BBL talking about a girl who's natural. Again, but then people saying, well, Jay-Z had a wig for, it's just stupid stuff, man. Again, the bars, bro. The bars is what I'm focused on, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what matters. That's what matters the most, because he got at a lot of people, man. And of course, as you can see, they're already responding a day later. A day later. Anyway, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you guys think about this. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll see y'all soon.